last night I did a live and I spent about 12 minutes talking about myself because my guest wasn't able to show up. However, God always has a plan. And my son was on here and he said, "Hey, bring me up. We can talk." So we talked about me and my hospital stay and my journey so far through this. I'm 3 months into the gastric sleeve, and it's been hard and it's been easy at the same time, if that's possible. So I hope you enjoy this video. Not gonna be too bad after all. Hey,
What's up?
hi. This is my son Damon. This was my roommate for a week.
For a whole week,
A
and
whole week.
you were so miserable.
I couldn't drink. I couldn't drink or eat their stuff. It was nasty.
Yeah, but you're supposed to. You're supposed to be eating and you're supposed to be drinking.
Yeah,
I know hospital food's
it was
gross.
gross. But you're right. I was supposed to be eating and drinking, and you did your best to make sure I did.
Well, about as much as I could, as far as being mean, aggressive, but at the same time trying to be respectful because you're my mom.
Yes. Your voice. Where are you at? Because I don't hear you very well.
I'm in a hotel. Hold on, let me turn this darn thing off.
Hey,
How
Kyle.
about
Hey,
now?
Jackie. Hey,
Can you
everybody.
hear me now?
Yeah, you just kind of not really loud. I don't know why.
I'm in a hotel in Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, that's right. You're there through the week.
Yeah, this will be my last week out here.
Oh, that's good. At least you get to go home, right?
Yeah, start moving all my stuff.
Let me put this on mute real quick because I just gotta.
You know, you shouldn't look so high up. Maybe you move your camera down a little bit. Your nostrils is flaring.
Can't do that. The shirt
Yeah,
that
but
I have on won't let me
you
do that.
keep you keep looking up like this, and everybody
Well, I
looking up
can't
your
really see
nose.
you now. I can see you better. Oh,
Yeah, that's better.
tell Grace to come downstairs and be quiet.
All
Sorry
right.
about
So,
that, guys. My house is always busy.
what's your daily activities now that you are on your road to recovery and
I don't
losing
like to
weight?
sit in the house. I like to move. I don't like to sit still. I only sit still to do things on the computer, and then I gotta go do something. Yeah. It's just that takes me a little longer, only because I'm still really weak because my body is not even getting half of what it consumed before. And so I did start drinking my protein drinks because I drink a half in the morning and a half at night, only because if I don't, I know that I'm not doing myself any good. So I
Yeah.
finally had to just say, okay, do it.
What about like protein pills or
No, they
anything
don't
like
have
that?
protein pills. I do take my vitamins. Um, if I forget for a couple of days, oh, I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it catches up.
it doesn't feel great at all. It's horrible. Um, and so I do, I do take those. But I did this, like I said, I just started drinking protein drinks again. And usually I have half in my coffee in the morning. And like today, I just had a plain one, but the last time I had some strawberries in it.
Why are you drinking coffee?
I can have coffee, just can't have very much. I'm gonna have 1 cup.
Well, no, I asked because your stomach is smaller.
Hmm.
So wouldn't it be smarter to take like a caffeine pill with a protein drink?
I would rather drink than I would take a pill. I don't even like taking the vitamins. I'm gonna be truthful. I can't stand it. It's I have to take like maybe 2 or 3 and then wait an hour, take 2 or 3 more. Tonight I took them all at one time, and yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna make it.
Okay.
So yeah, I
Okay,
don't.
so I got a tip. It's super gross, but I got a tip. When I was in the Corps, we used to take instant coffee and stick it in our lip. So that way you got your coffee without ingesting a bunch of liquid.
Yeah, but I like the taste of coffee. And I don't drink a whole cup. So this weekend I bought a cup from the coffee shop, about, the probably the large whatever or medium, and I just keep it in the refrigerator, and then this is the glass that I drink out of. So I go here, half protein, half coffee.
You need to wash your glass. That's gross.
That I'm drinking. I just finished drinking out of it. It's got stuff in it.
You're drinking
Silly.
coffee this late at night?
No,
Oh,
not coffee.
goodness.
I just had my protein in there.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't drink coffee. I'd be up all night.
You probably should save most of your protein for the morning and not in the evening.
Well, I drank it in the morning, my protein coffee in the morning, then I drank some in the evening, and that way I know I have at least 30 grams. I'm hoping to bump it up to drinking some 4 times a day instead of just twice. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my cousin's car. Yeah, because if I can do that, then that will. Well, hello, Samantha. That will give me more too.
Hey, Sam.
Let's see if this is gonna work.
Is she coming?
I don't know. I'm gonna try. All I can fingernails.
Yeah, you probably should cut those. It kind of keeps you
I
from
cut my
tapping
nail.
things.
What?
Oh, there she
Oh,
is.
look, it's both my babies, 2 and
Hey,
9. Ladies and gentlemen, these are 2 of my children.
hello.
So, Sam, let's just back up off of me for a minute, Mr. Damon. You did this too, right?
Surgery?
Yeah.
I just joined, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yes.
Yes. Today's Wednesday, and Steve, he's having some issues with his truck, and a tire. It was gross. On his truck, so he said he's going to be a little bit late. So Damon said, "I'll come up," and then we saw your name, and I thought, "Oh, why not have them together?"
Yeah, I did. March 2023, I had my surgery. March 10th, 11th.
Yeah.
Over
And
a year ago.
Yeah.
yeah,
Look at her.
I know I've lost a whole knee. I won't be able to talk too long. The boys just came
Yeah.
in
That's
from church, or Elijah and Dad. But I was scrolling. I just happened to pick my phone, and you guys were the first thing that popped up.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So real quick,
Oh,
Sam, though, did
yeah.
you call me or did I call you? Because I don't remember, to say we're having the surgery, because it was like crazy.
It was. I called you. We were talking about something different, and hi. And then you had said that you had a consultation. I said, "Well, funny thing, because I actually have a consultation." And that I was going to tell you during that phone call, and then it just kind of worked out that
Yeah.
it worked out that way.
Yeah.
It
So
was
we
really
started the
cool.
process at the same time almost, but the difference is I have Medicaid and she went elsewhere. She went abroad to do it.
I
So
did.
it took
It
me
was
a
great.
lot longer. But you look great.
Thank you. So do you. I mean, it really is a
It
life-saving, you know, journey, and it helps so many people get back on their feet, get their best version of them. And what other prime time than your adulthood, where you can go and live your best life at a healthy weight and make good choices, be there for your children, your grandchildren. We're living our best.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what happens to me next year.
You guys
I know.
So,
have put me to shame. I got a couple extra pounds here lately.
oh, okay. Mister, I've always been thin my entire life.
Right.
I'm like 210 right now. It's all in the gut.
That's because you eat,
Richard's
because
gonna talk
your
about his.
wife is feeding you good food.
All right, I'm gonna
Good
bounce off,
food
and I
and
don't know
beer.
how to do that, but I will be back on here soon.
Okay.
All right.
Love you, Sam.
Love you. That was cute. That was fun. But yeah,
Yeah, how often do you get more than one of these little hoodlums on your
not
feed?
very often do I get more than one at a time. So that was nice. That was nice. And she does look so good. I am so proud of her. And she should be so proud of herself as well, which I know she is.
Yeah, I remember going to her wedding, and that was the first time I had seen her. Probably, I don't know, 6 months after her surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different looking person.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
now that she's gone, back onto you. What's your workout routine look like?
Get up in the morning. The first thing I usually do is use the under the table elliptical machine just to get my blood flowing and my body going. And then I'll either walk either several things around in the house because sometimes it's wet outside and I ain't trying to do all that.
It's
But
been pretty rainy here lately.
yeah. And tomorrow, however, or actually this weekend and tomorrow, I start my my weight training because I got to get my body back to lifting and moving better than I did before, like I was before actually, before I got,
Yeah.
yeah. So I start that tomorrow. So, and then when I hit 3 even, I was telling somebody yesterday, this lady gave me
Hold on. What's 3 even?
what?
What's 3 even?
300
Okay.
even. When I hit that, I get to use the elliptical machine this lady gave me. She gave me the sit down elliptical machine because she didn't want it. She was like, just giving it away. It's like an $800 machine. So I'll get to use that every single day after I hit that. Because it's like a
It's good
300
having
pound weight.
friends.
Huh?
It's good having friends that will give you things when they don't want them no more.
I didn't even know the lady. Honestly,
Oh,
she just
okay.
advertised it on Facebook and she lived around the corner. And I called Haley's dad and asked him if he could go get it for me. He said, yeah, I picked it up that night, brought it to my house, him and his son. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Some
I don't know. I thought about trying it tomorrow. I was like, you could just try to get on there and see
something
what happens.
more to work towards.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good motivation booster. If you're not ready to use something, but you have it there and you're looking at it, it's like, okay, I'm gonna topple you one day. I'm gonna get my hands on you one day,
Yes.
and I'm gonna beat you one day.
Yeah. I can't wait because I don't mind the elliptical machine, the thing under the table. It's just that it moves a lot. So it's either have someone sit back there and hold it because, I'm a big girl. Every time I push, it's going to move a little bit.
Why didn't you call me?
Or just,
I could fix
keep
it.
moving it back. Huh?
Why didn't you call me? I could fix it.
Oh, no, okay. So I put it on a little rug, a bathroom rug, and that does help it a little bit, but it's under the table. So it's got to be, able to be moved when it has to be moved. Yeah. And it has
No,
rubber
you
that's supposed to
you
keep
need
it still.
rubber underneath it to keep it from shifting.
Yeah. I need to get a rubber rug instead of the rug that I have. So real quick, like, hi, Erica. Hi, Donika. Hi, Mr. James Rollins. Hello, Catherine.
Hey, Auntie. I ain't seen you at Casey's.
And Julie.
I hope you're doing great. She don't work at Casey's no more, so I don't get to see her no more.
Mm. So now that I said hi to everybody. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then there are days though that like I'll just be sitting in my room doing absolutely nothing. And I'm like, okay, get the machine out, get the elliptical machine, put it on the table and start moving because I don't feel like sitting still. Sometimes it happens at night and sometimes it happens during the day.
Well, you can't sit still. Sitting still
That's how I got here in the
creates
first place,
nasty.
right?
It creates nasty habits. You can't sit still. You gotta keep moving. Gotta keep going.
And sitting still is how I got here in the first place.
And I did tell you, don't do this for nothing.
Mm-mm. The funniest part now, though, is the fact that when I drink something, like right now, it's not doing it. But like, if I haven't had a drink in like an hour, and I drink something, my stomach still makes noises.
That's gross.
Everything, yeah, still makes noises.
Nobody cares about your stomach making noises.
You know what? Ain't nobody asked you. So yeah, it does. It still makes noises, but eating is like
Uh,
I said, it's getting better. I still cry sometimes though.
I got an odd question. How has your recent lifestyle changed your children's lifestyle? Like your in-home children, not me, not Sam, not Kelly. Your in-home children.
It's something for them to get used to. Um, they don't have to do certain things, and they're like, but we want to. No, I got this. Or if I get up by myself, I don't, because sometimes I still, because like today was really a weekday. I don't know why, but when I get in and out and get up, they're like, can we help you? No, I got this. And then the biggest thing is they really enjoy the fact that if I say, hey, I want to get XYZ to eat, they get more than just half now. They get 90% of it because you can't eat.
Are you worried about the kids' eating behaviors based on what you've learned in your surgery?
That's another thing. I worry about Titus. Tara Joe is iffy. Titus is just growing into his body, and it's like, you shouldn't have this. It's time to go for a walk. But we the pop I don't like, but I've never been liking kids drink pop all the time, and the talkies, and so they'll get lectures about, look, you should drink as much water, if not more water, than you are pop. So if you have a 2 liter and lasts you 2 days, then you should be drinking a liter of pop, each day, or not more. You know what I mean? Their eating habits, they pretty much eat what I eat, because I don't anymore. I don't buy. Like before, I would buy my stuff and then theirs. Now it's we all eat the same thing. I just can't eat the. I don't eat the potatoes all the time. I don't eat. I eat certain ways. But yeah, we pretty much eat the same foods.
Yeah, but they're consuming more now because you're
Yes,
eating less, which in theory more is available.
yes.
Um, have you ever talked to them about consumption amount?
We talked about that, and I can't make up their minds for them. All I can do is do what I'm doing today and remind them, this is how it started. When I was a kid, I ate, and Doritos had more Doritos in it than it does today too. But I would eat a big bag of Doritos myself. This is how it starts. And then sometimes they'll say, okay, I'm not eating all this, or, all right, mom, we get it. But sometimes, but they got to learn, I mean, if they're,
Do you feel like your recent decisions to have a surgery has impacted your children's decisions as far as consumption goes?
yeah, they, I won't say Titus, the girls do watch themselves. Like Grace, she gets happy when she sees herself that she's lost some weight, and she can tell through her clothes. And those are non-scale victories. And I try to explain to them that do things in moderation. Don't make it so important to go to Walmart, and if you got money in your pocket, don't just go to Walmart and buy food, snacks. Go buy something that's not edible. So they're looking, and they do say things like, they've been known to correct me and say, no, you're supposed to have that. Is that okay for you to eat? So
So, why do you feel like you still need corrections?
I don't.
Do you feel like you haven't
I
learned?
think they get scared. I mean, let's be real. Let me just be real. There was a time, even after I lost the 200 pounds, that sometimes I would overeat. And Tara Joe actually looked at me one day, and she was scared. So I think with them, it's out of fear, because even though they know you can't eat that much, they don't want you to stretch something out. But they're young, and they are impressionable, and they are not as speedy as everyone else. You know what I mean?
Would you
So they get
consider
scared.
would you consider it young and impressionable or concerned for their mother's well-being?
That too, especially that they're scared. They get scared. So I have to
Okay.
like not do certain things to reassure them that I'm good, that I'm okay. Um, in fact, we went to the doctor. It was me, Tara Joe, and Grace went to the doctor the other day. Yeah, day before yesterday, and
Tara Jo says, I want to eat at Arby's. And so she said, Mom, do you want anything? So I ordered a chicken wrap, and I asked them to cut it in half and put it in separate wrappings. And I got halfway through that, and I was like, okay, that's my lunch. And they looked at me, and I gave Grace the other half, and then Tara Jo actually only ate half of what she had and said, okay, Grace, you want the rest? Because they don't, they're starting to understand that this didn't happen overnight. This didn't happen because I was a mom with kids not doing anything. This happened because I just let myself go.
Yeah, but you can't just base it off of enjoyment of food. I mean, there's a lot of other
Well, I didn't say it was
factors
an
that
enjoyment of
goes
food, though.
into do
I
what?
didn't say it was an enjoyment of food.
It,
It was just
yeah.
letting yourself
So
go. I just let myself go. Let's just be real. I was depressed. That happened after
that's what I
Mom
was
passed
getting into.
more than normal. But honestly, I was big when you guys were young. I moved around a lot more. I was younger.
That's where I was getting at. It wasn't just you let yourself go. There was something that impacted your life to get you to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's neither near here or there. It's just a matter of acknowledging that food consumption isn't just the enjoyment of food or over consuming the food. It may just be, what's going on in your life that makes you desire this food so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, food doesn't anyone who will tell you that's ever been this size or even larger, food doesn't argue with you. Food is very accepting.
Food doesn't complain.
Food doesn't complain. Food doesn't pick at you. Food doesn't do anything but what it's supposed to do, and that is make you feel good, depending on what you eat.
Sustenance, make you feel better,
Yes.
make you feel complete.
And so it's like when you have a kid and he's little and he falls and hurts himself. Some parents will give that kid a cookie. They'll scrape him off. Oh, it's okay, and then they'll give him a cookie because they make him feel better, or some candy or something to eat to make him feel better. That didn't always happen when I was young. However, when you were young and we went to family gatherings all the time, we liked to eat. But when you get to the point where that's how we would eat that, like I was the person that would eat on the way home from McDonald's and then
Yep.
eat at home with everybody else. That was
Yep.
me. That was me. I had to have my 20 nuggets on the way and then my double quarter pounder with cheese when I got home and my french fries and
Why
my drink.
everybody else was stuck with McDoubles and McChickens?
Hey, what can I say? I loved y'all though. I really did. I loved you a lot. So yeah. Hey Kelly. Hey Tila. Hey everybody who I have not acknowledged. I'm sorry. But yeah, it makes a difference when a person is struggling with their emotions, and I'm an emotional eater. I guess you could just say I'm an eater. Stuff my emotions down with food, then eat normally. Yeah. Food was
What
my
would
friend.
what would be some good advice to somebody that may be in that same situation where they're an emotional eater?
Therapy. Be honest with yourself. Get some therapy. Go talk to somebody. Don't because there's a reason that you're an emotional eater. There's a reason that you're eating so much. So if you go talk to somebody and figure out, let them help you figure it out and be honest. Because I don't think I was ever honest.
Honesty is difficult.
Yeah. I remember telling myself, and when y'all was young, and I was big then, when my weight becomes a problem, I'll do something about it. That was the dumbest thing I ever said to myself. Because my weight was a problem then.
You didn't see it coming.
Mm-mm, not at all. Didn't see 2016 coming, 2019 coming. Didn't see them coming at all.
weird one, only because it's like a very hot topic for blame. Would you feel like COVID-19 impacted any of your struggles?
COVID-19 was the best thing that ever happened to this house because none of y'all knew I couldn't get out of bed.
So it did impact.
It was the best thing that happened to this house because I don't think during that time I was able to. I wouldn't have been able to look at you.
I would have to disagree with you because I don't think it was the best thing for the house because it wasn't until the end of that that we started coming around again that we started to get you the help you needed.
So no one knew. I didn't have to face
So,
anybody. I will
so
say
how's that the
this
best
on
thing
a
for the
negative
house?
emotional way. I never had to face you, Kelly, Sam, Kyle, Michael. Yes, because he was around, but he just he didn't say anything to anybody. But yeah, even Uncle Larry. There are people who knew, but I was so embarrassed to have y'all know because that's not who I was when you were little. And I felt like if y'all knew, I didn't want to face that. I wasn't ready to face that at all.
So even going through all your stuff, you knew it was still embarrassing and or uh, disapproval.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up my words. Um, during that time, you knew that had we came across or came to the house or so on and so forth, you knew that there was going to be some disapproval.
I knew that there was going to be questions I had to answer, and I wasn't ready to answer those questions.
So if
I tell
you
people
knew
today
that,
that if had I been honest with myself, Kelly was here in 2019, and she's a nurse. All I would have had to done was say, Kelly, I need help, and she would have done what she could to help. And I know that because look what she flew here when I was in the hospital. But I was embarrassed. I was very embarrassed that I let myself get to that point. And I didn't want to see the disappointment in your faces. I was embarrassed to have to ask Misty when she said, if I live closer, I'll help you. It took a lot for me to say, okay, can you come? And she did.
do you
3 days
feel
a week.
like that embarrassment or that feeling of being ashamed pushed you further?
I feel like that allowing myself to feel that way allowed myself to go in denial more.
And
Like,
that
yeah,
good.
it was like, oh, I can get up by myself. Denial. Everything was just like, someone once said, hope you're like an ostrich, excuse me. And you just want to keep burying your head in the sand when the reality is in front of your face.
Who told you that?
One of my cousins.
Does it make more sense now that you're on the road to recovery?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it made sense it made sense the first time when I started driving my car again. It was like, you just let yourself go. Like, I didn't see outside my window for 2 years. A lot had changed in those 2 years in town.
Did the feeling of the the warmth of the sun, did it feel good?
Oh, I think the first summer was, I remember being dark, the same color all up in here, because I always wear crop tops and stuff. And I remember one day I came in my room, I looked in the mirror and I was like, you got a tan. I love the sun. I loved
You
going out in the sun.
better get out of here. You know black people don't tan.
Yeah, I did. I had like this strap on my arm, and I was like, I might have been on the phone to somebody, and I was like, I got a freaking tan. What the heck? So yeah, I missed it. I missed the sun.
I'm sorry, Kelly. I wasn't reading your comments. Yeah, at that time, it was best for her because she was able to hide herself
Yeah.
and keep anybody and everybody that would disapprove from acknowledging what she was doing.
Mm-hmm. I was embarrassed. I can say that now, but I wouldn't have said it before. I've been like, no, I'm fine.
Do you feel like embarrassment impacted any of it?
What do you mean?
Did it push you more towards eating more, or did it just like shut you down? Was the sense of embarrassment there during the time that you were going through your struggles, or was it until you started your road to recovery like, oh yeah, I was embarrassed during this time?
People who really know me know that I will play things off real good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I always played it off. I was cheerful. Hey, can you see Monica's comments? Because I can't see
Well,
it.
even when you went shopping with me last year, you were overly happy because you hadn't been in the store for
Yeah.
years.
Hadn't been in a store. Mm-mm. It took everything for
Stop looking up. Everybody
stop.
can see up your
Trying to
nose.
read. I'm trying to read. Stop. But no, it felt good to go into a store. I hadn't been to a store. The first time I went to a store is when Missy took me to get my shots, my one shot that Kelly made me get. She said, "Promise me you'll get blood work done and a COVID test." And I said, "Okay."
She didn't make you. She didn't make you.
No,
She
she
said,
suggested,
"Promise
and I just
me."
did it. Yes.
Yeah, there ain't nobody making you do nothing. This is you listening to your children
Mm.
because your
I
children
don't
knows
even
what's
like
better
y'all. I
for
don't know.
you.
I gotta listen. I would say I did pretty good, but I really, really am honest about the fact that if I felt like if y'all knew, it was embarrassing for me. I didn't want the disappointment. I didn't want to see the disappointment in your face. Didn't want to see it.
Fortunately enough, you didn't have to see that from me. Um, Misty came home and told me everything, and that's where I learned
Yeah.
the situation you had put yourself in. Um, I wouldn't say I was disappointed. I was worried.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people would confuse disappointment for being worried because I'm not going to be mad at you because you can't get out of fucking bed. I'm going to be worried that you can't get out of a bed.
Mm-hmm. That's where I was, and it feels good to be there again. It feels good to be able to move and just go to the store. Whether I get out or not, I just want to sit in the sun and go to the store, or just sit outside in my backyard.
I, I would say even driving to Walmart, sitting on the side of the building like you used to do when I was a kid, that that's a huge improvement from where you were.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad that
You're going to be all right.
yes, definitely. I got a lot to do. Yeah, I'm okay.
How um how many times a day are you getting out?
Out, and depends if it's the weather because of the rain, and my backyard is floody. So if it's raining in the backyard is floody, I don't go. You sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I just I have to leave. Like today, I didn't go anywhere, but yesterday I was gone. I think it was yesterday day first. Anyway, I'm probably out 4 to 5 out of the 7 days, and sometimes I'm not even doing anything. Sometimes I'm just driving because I can.
Would it be more beneficial to like go to the park or something and walk
We're
around?
going to start doing that next week, because yeah, because I want to walk. I want to walk distances, and I know that's not going to happen if I don't start doing it. So it's my job.
What's up, Anthony? Holy crap. That's my cousin.
Oh, so we see that. Hi, Anthony. You want to introduce him to your mother?
So he oh, he's from biological family. Anthony, this is my mom, adopted mom, Hope Solberg, or Hope Jackson, sorry.
Do you think that people ain't gonna know that you adopted? I mean, because we do look so much alike.
You know, I side note, I tell people all the time that my mom's black and they look absolutely flabbergasted until, oh yeah, I'm adopted. Sorry, my whole family's black. But Anthony and his brother took me on my first ride on a crotch rocket, and I remember it very well because one of the pedals was a pair of vice grips, and it was sketchy as all get out, but it was fun. It was super fun to ride.
I think the one thing I want to do though is when I'm done with this, I'm gonna buy a bike.
What kind of bike?
A motorcycle. Okay, the big tricycle motorcycle thingies.
Why would you do that?
Because I've always wanted one. I've just been too big to get on. So when I hit my desired weight, I want one.
You'd be wasting your money. Lord knows you're too scared to get on that gosh darn thing.
No, I've been on the back of one before, several times.
Been on the back of one and driving one's two different things.
If I can handle 9 kids, I can learn how to drive one of those. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live. Yeah. So we're talking about, because my guest didn't show up today and my son did. He's asking me questions, which you're doing very well at this. You know that, right?
I have very decent people skills.
You do.
I didn't get that from you. I got that from the
That's
Corps.
a lie.
I didn't
That's
get
a lie.
people skills from you. You shut us down every time we tried to talk.
But you did get to breathe, didn't you? And you talked outside the house.
Barely got to breathe because if I breathed out the side of my neck, you freaking beat me.
So, but
Hold
you are
on.
doing very well.
I
Yeah,
have
you do very well with
to
these
send a
questions.
text real quick.
Huh?
I have to send a text real quick. Hold on.
Okay. I love you too, Kelly. Enjoy your class. I should ask her to come up too. Well, he'll be back, he said, because he has to send a text. That is, let me see, Kelly, Sam, Michael. That is child number 4. Yes, I have to count them down because there's 9. And that is the one that stayed with me the whole entire time that I was in the hospital. Stayed with me all but one night when his wife stayed in the beginning. But yeah. Mr. Gardner will probably be here next week because his truck had some issues, and that's the life of a truck driver.
I'm back. So again, I spent a few minutes talking to myself because my son dropped down and I couldn't get him to come back up. So I'm thinking, cut all that out. Why bore you with all that? So my video is over. Thank you for watching Tea with Teedy.